Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with a combination of Saturday's load prompt and Scrap Squad Sunday. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load this layout. I'm creating it on Saturday. I'm going to load it up to the load gallery, but the video will not go live and I won't post it out on Instagram until Sunday for Scrap Squad Sunday. The original is this lovely one. It's a great design with the vertical strip, little accent pieces on either side, another strip to kind of set off the photo, floral clusters in a couple corners, piece of flare, some stars, some little accents. It also has a pattern paper frame, and I'm not going to do that on mine. To be honest with you, I've been in class. In fact, this layout is about taking that class, which I almost decided not to do because the anniversary of John's death is Tuesday, and I kind of, I don't know, I guess I don't know what I expected. I expected this weekend would be spent moping. I don't know any other way to put it. But I decided to go ahead and take it because I knew that it would make me happy and it would keep me distracted, and I could, I would make something that I could use to document the wonderful life we had together. Sorry about that. I'm gonna cut some foam because I can't think of anything else to do. Anyway, like I said, I decided to go ahead and take the class. I'm really glad I did because it kept me extremely busy for a really good part of the day. The photo I'm using two actually. This is a photo of my desk after I had laid out all the supplies and was ready for the class. And this is a little selfie of Vicki, and there's this kind of uninteresting part of my floor there. I thought I could kind of superimpose that on it and use both photos. And this piece of yellow cardstock is a scrap left from the class. And of course, I'm using the Fernwood collection, which is what the class was about. So it all seems to make sense. And I'm going to use since it's kind of an in memory of John kind of page, I'm going to use this flare, which is the Michael J. Fox Foundation logo, and the orange happens to match the color palette perfectly. This is a special flare that was made for a charity set a few months back, and the proceeds of the charity set went to the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's research, and when John died, he actually had Parkinson's. And another nod to John is I'm using this ledger paper. It's kind of an extra sheet of paper. There's this orange one that's going to kind of go behind the photos, but I'm going to break it from the green by this ledger paper just for John. And then I've done my journaling, and I'm going to slide it in here. I've kind of made a little tab out of the Fernwood paper and then added a circle behind it and a flower to kind of give you something to grab onto. So let's start putting this baby together. As I said, everything I'm using is from Fernwood, and it was tempting not to dip into the class supplies, but I'm actually being good. Okay, I'm not gonna raise this up because there are so many levels and patterns and things going on here. I do have this on foam, and I want the numbers and the columns of the ledger paper to show, so I'm gonna place it so that that does show. Okay, then the photo is on 2 layers of foam, and I'm gonna put it, let me look at the original. The photo actually fits onto this. It can fit onto inside the margins of the blue paper, but I'm okay if I like breaking lines, as you know. So I'm just gonna kind of do that right there. And I may do some sort of embellishment. Let me kind of get that in there. I thought I hadn't put the adhesive up high enough. I'm just going to go ahead and put that in there right now, and I'll figure out how to unadhere it, if that's a word. These little strips I thought would substitute in for the striped paper that is on the original. Actually, I'm going to use this down here because when I cut it, when I trimmed it off, it didn't completely trim the paper that it was stuck to. It's one of the branding strips from the 6x8 paper pad. And I'm going to let it hang over because I didn't trim it straight at the end. Well, this is just fussing with this. This is one of those collections, by the way, that I had trouble picking papers because I wanted to use them all. I love this collection so much. And I'm going to kind of insert that a little bit. That's a nice contrast, that black paper with the florals on it. Okay. And I've got several floral ephemera. I've also got this striped paper that is going to go, well, it's kind of meant to go over here, but I'm wondering if it might not be better there. Now I'm going to use it over here because I've got some, I've got a cluster that I'm going to do here, and this would be nice to lead your eye to that cluster. So let me make sure I get it. Okay. Now, I was going to use this one. See, there's also this kind of ugly part of the table there. So I kind of want whatever goes here in this corner to maybe cover that up. So it could go like that. And I can put a piece of foam down here that will prop it up. Let's see. If I do it that way, I'll just put the foam right here and place it. I also want to use that big fern, but I think I'm going to use it up here where I have room because of the way I've kind of brought things down. I have room up here, so I can do this maybe. Let's do the flower this way. And if we do that, we maybe want, well, what would happen if we left off the fern and we did the flower that way and a bird kind of in front of the flower? I'm going to do that. And then that may be where we put the flare. I'll kind of have to see how that works. I want the bird on 2 layers of foam. Let me put this up here. I need to be, I rearranged things on the desk underneath the camera stand specifically to have room for my laptop for the class. So I'm going to do it maybe here. And maybe this large flare can go under here. And the fox can go like that. And I have a sentiment that I was going to put on there, a sticker that says, "Do the things." That's a catchphrase of Vicki's, and it kind of is appropriate. Now, I could really expand that and maybe even do it this way. Then I don't really have room for the sentiment unless I put it just kind of down here. And I like that. So let's get some glue. So that guy is well adhered. Let me make sure the fronds of the fern kind of go that way. I don't want to lose my stripe here. But I kind of want this shape. So maybe I will put "Do the Things" right here. Okay, now I've got this one down here, and this is where I think I'm going to put my title. And my title is, I think is going to be, "Today is going to be a good day." And I'm using that because I thought today was not going to be a good day. And I actually took some steps to make it a good day by taking the class and fully participating and getting all the homework done and all of those things, all the things. Okay, now it seems to be missing some things over here. I'm going to look through some stickers and see. I think it may be okay as it is, but I know I have some little circles that I cut that might be nice to fill in right there. And then I could add in some sequins. I don't know if that's the right color combination. I'm going to go with this one that has the yellow to kind of tie into the yellow backing there, and because Vicki had yellow earrings on. Let's see. I'm just going to put those aside, and I'm not going to add a whole lot more until I get to the tiny things. And I have some rusted fence sequins. I tell you what, I may do a flower on there, or this leaf sprig just kind of came off the sticker sheet. I know what I can do. I can use it maybe there. I can put some powder on the back of it to keep it from being sticky after we finish filming. I saw this flower right here and thought it may be able to kind of fill in a little hole that I created. There. Okay, now I'm going to put that aside. I have to make sure I know what my craft supplies are versus what's for the class. And hopefully that will stay sorted. Oh my goodness, I just spilled a few sequins. That's going to be fun to clean up. I'm going to select a few orange sequins because orange was John's favorite color, and it's not specifically, by the way, the load prompt was based on something that you want really badly, and I wanted to take this class and thought I wouldn't or shouldn't, and it turned out to be a really good decision to take it. So that kind of fits the prompt, and we're supposed to use a supply that we really, really wanted. Well, from the minute I saw a preview of Fernwood, I desperately wanted it, and if you recall, there were some supply chain and shipping issues around the time that it was supposed to be delivered. So it was very late getting to those of us who were impatiently waiting for it. And So I'm using supplies that I desperately wanted and loved and am very happy to have. So I'm gonna do whoops, there's a brown sequin under there. So I guess I'm doing a brown one, an orange one, and then one of those little tiny orange ones. Oops, I dropped it here. They're very hard to get hold of. And then when you put them down, it's hard to get them positioned on top of the glue. So sometimes that works. Well, it works until it doesn't. The glue will dry and that little glop of glue around it won't be a problem. So I think I'm gonna call this done. I think it's a reasonably true to the original interpretation of the lift. I don't have as many, little words, and my flare is up here instead of down here, but I do have a circular element here, and I have sequins instead of the stars, and I certainly have the florals. I had started to fussy cut some florals for this page, but I actually have some fussy cutting to do before our class starts tomorrow, and I didn't want to add to my fussy cutting load. So thank you for watching, and again, I appreciate all of you. The crafting community has been a blessing this past year as I've been dealing through all this stuff. I'm sure you're tired of hearing it, but they're just nothing but reminders right now of what was happening a year ago, which was horrible. So, okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.